Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to uncover a quiet, almost invisible machine that might just be draining your bank account without you even realizing it. We're talking about how those seemingly harmless, tiny monthly payments are quietly keeping you broke. Now, you might think you have a pretty good handle on your finances, right? But the reality of the modern economy is far more deceptive than it looks on the surface. We're going to break down exactly how this trap works and, more importantly, how you can escape it. So I want you to stop and ask yourself a really serious question. Are your monthly subscriptions actually stealing your retirement? I mean, you probably think you're just paying $15 a month for a standard streaming service, maybe $30 for a sleek new fitness app, and a few dollars here and there for premium software. It feels like absolute pennies, right? It's literally less than the cost of a couple of lattes. But what if I told you that by making those small, convenient payments, you're actually signing away entire years of your future financial freedom? All right, let's dive into part one, the subscription trap. First, we've got to acknowledge a massive paradigm shift that's happened all around us. The entire economy has deliberately shifted to a subscription model. And why? Because this model is specifically engineered to extract maximum wealth from you while you barely even notice it's happening. The businesses selling to you figured out a long time ago that a one-time purchase ends the wealth transfer. But a subscription, well, that creates a permanent pipeline directly from your bank account to theirs. We have been conditioned to believe this massive lie, that splitting our entire existence into tiny, manageable monthly payments is somehow a cheat code for affordability. We tell ourselves, well, I can't afford this outright, but I can definitely swing $20 a month. The hard truth here is that renting your lifestyle piece by piece is the single most expensive mistake you can make, especially in your 30s. It creates this glittering illusion of wealth, giving you access to everything right now, while systematically keeping you poor in the long run. Which brings us to section 2, the psychology of small payments. To truly understand how dangerous this subscription model is, we really have to look at how the people selling you these products actually think. Make no mistake, sellers and marketers understand human psychology perfectly. They know that a massive, total price tag is incredibly scary to a consumer. But a small, bite-sized monthly payment, that is incredibly easy for your brain to justify. Picture this. Imagine you walked into a store today and a salesman asked you to hand over $3,000 in cash, just for the privilege of watching a few TV shows and doing some push-ups in your living room over the next decade. You'd laugh right in his face and walk out the door. No way. But when that exact same cost is broken down and presented to you as just $25 a month, your brain completely ignores the mathematical reality. The friction is just gone, and you hand over your credit card without a second thought. And if you want to know how extreme this psychological trick has become, just get a load of this unsettling fact. We're living in an economy where companies will literally let you split a simple fast food order into 4 easy payments. Even more staggering, 25% of people using buy now, pay later apps are currently using them just to buy basic everyday groceries. That is how normalized the monthly payment structure has become for mere survival. Look, the crucial point here is that this isn't an accident. The entire economic system is meticulously designed to bury you in payments that are so incredibly small you never actually feel the financial bleeding. A $10 music charge here, a $15 movie charge there, maybe $5 for extra cloud storage. It just fades into the background noise of your monthly bank statement. But collectively, these unnoticeable payments act like 1,000 tiny cuts to your long-term wealth. Okay, let's look at the numbers in section 3, the terrifying math. We are moving from the psychology of the trap into the hard mathematical reality of what's actually happening to your money. The fundamental rule you absolutely must understand is that recurring costs compound exactly like investments do. The only problem is, these recurring costs are pointed in the completely wrong direction. The opportunity cost here is absolutely staggering. Let's say you've got $200 a month tied up in various subscriptions right now, maybe a couple of streaming services, a meal delivery box, a specialized fitness app, and a premium music account. If you were to cancel all of those and simply hold that exact $200 in cash over the next 30 years, you'd have $72,000. But if you routed that exact same $200 monthly habit into a basic broad index fund with normal market returns, it could grow to well over $250,000. And this brings us to the real emotional core of this explainer. Every single dollar that goes toward a reoccurring lifestyle subscription is a dollar that isn't compounding for your future. Really think about the gravity of that math for a second. You are actively trading away hundreds of thousands of future dollars just to rent your current weekend. You are enriching massive companies today at the direct expense of your own financial independence tomorrow. So, how do we get out? Section 4, the freedom equation. Escaping the subscription trap requires a total shift in how you measure your financial success. Forget about how many reward points you have or how high your credit limit is. None of that matters. The absolute most important number in your financial life is actually your savings rate. It dictates everything about your future freedom. Let me show you how powerful that single number really is. If you take home $60,000 a year and you manage to fiercely protect your money and invest exactly half of it, something magical happens. Because you only need to live on half your income, every single year you work literally buys you a full year of freedom. With compound interest, you can be completely financially free and done working in about 17 years. Just 17 years. That is the insane power of a high savings rate combined with compounding investments. But here is the stark warning. Every time you add another subscription to your life, you are actively lowering that savings rate. And when you lower your savings rate, you are physically pushing the finish line of your financial freedom further and further away. Remember, the goal of your life was never to own 15 different app logins and 100 forgotten passwords. You simply cannot be truly free if you are perpetually renting your basic existence from massive tech companies month after month. Time for action. Section 5, the unglamorous audit. Okay, let's dive into the solution. It is time to talk about what I call the unglamorous audit. To break free from this system, you've got to be willing to do the exact opposite of what the broader economy wants you to do. Now, it isn't flashy, it isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, but it is the foundational step to taking back control of your wealth. Here's the exact breakdown of how you run this audit once a year. First step, sit down with your bank statements, comb through them line by line, find those forgotten subscriptions. Second step, cancel mercilessly. Yes, even that gym you haven't seen since the new year, or that one streaming service you signed up for just to watch one specific show and then never touched again. Cancel them all. Third, and most importantly, actively protect that new gap between what you earn and what you spend by automating your investments. Upgrade your default so that doing the smart thing happens without you even thinking about it.
Because here is a harsh truth. Willpower is a terrible long-term plan. Honestly, if you rely on yourself to manually move that saved subscription money into an investment account every single month, you're going to eventually fail. You'll find a reason to spend it. We all do. You have to take yourself entirely out of the equation. You do this by setting up automatic transfers to your investment accounts so that the money moves before the subscription economy can even ask you for it.
Now, for those of you following along who want to go a bit deeper, maybe run this unglamorous audit alongside others, calculate your exact true freedom date, and learn how to redirect those payments into investments that actually pay you, I've built a school community exactly for this. We walk through all the boring math together to get this right. We also dive into how I personally build and scale faceless YouTube channels to create a quiet second income running entirely in the background. You can find the link for that in the description below. And hey, there are no countdown timers, no fake urgency here. It's just there if you want to finally start keeping your own money and building a second income stream. So we arrive at the final, ultimate question you have to answer today. Having seen the terrifying math and understanding exactly how the psychology of small payments is designed to quietly keep you broke, are you going to keep renting your life or will you start buying your freedom? The choice is entirely in your hands. But remember, every single day you wait, you are trading hundreds of thousands of future dollars for a rented weekend. It's time to stop keeping yourself broke and finally take control of your wealth.